Like a very strong and powerful tool in SketchUp in order to modifying object or geometry within the within your drawing area is what it's called rotating. So before we jumping and editing anything here in this geometry that we create, let's just start using this rotation tool on a simple box. So I'm going to create a simple box. I'm going to go here using the rectangle tool, create one rectangle, and then typing P or using the push and pull tool, and then bring this up. So I create like a simple box here. I'm going to press the space bar, and I'm going to go over and select the whole thing by triple click on it, so it's select the whole of them. Now I'm going to go over here, click on the rotate tool, or I can type W, and that's basically W. Sorry, the Q to using it for the rotating, using a rotating tool. So as I move along, you can notice that whenever I move along this edge or that edge, that basically there is this like a rotation plane that is right now is blue. It's attached to different surface, so it's attached right now to this surface. It could attach to any surface that you have in your drawing, even if like some sort of an angle, it's not in the right angle that we expect to have. So that's giving me a possibility to basically rotating this object in any direction that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the spacebar. I'm going to go to the selection. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to use the rotating. So before I'm getting close to this object, since I know that my rotation plane has to be locked on this like a plane, I'm going to hold shift and then move my rotation to this endpoint that I want to use as my base. I'm going to click on that, and then here I'm going to click on the first point. This first point defining where is going to be the starting of the angle, and then as I move along this, you see that it's kind of go along this like a surface, and it's down on this side. You see the different angle that I have, and basically whenever it gets to the 90 or like a right angle, right 180 or 270, it's basically snapped to those angle. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type, for example, 60, and that's going to be 60 degrees in relation to the first reference line that I have. So if I want to do, like, for example, rotating this in like, for example, on this angle, I can do the same thing. So I can use, for example, this corner, and then I'm going to use this point as my first reference point and then start rotating this object into the different angles. So for example, this time let's go 65, and you can see that I can move object along this and create a lot of complex things, or like adjusting my scene depending on how I want to move forward with my project. Now let's go over this geometry that we have here. So assume that I want to rotate this face to this side. So in order to rotate that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go over this surface and I'm going to double click on it, and that's going to select the whole edge in addition to the surface. Now I'm going to go over here using the rotation and then click on the rotate and hold shift to lock it, so it's going to be rotated to the like a right plane. And now I'm going to go over here and then click. And now what I need is a reference. So the reference one is going to be this point, and then I start to rotating this to the other angle. And as you can see, that this provide me with this possibility of like adjusting my surface here. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Click on this piece using the rotate, holding shift, and then moving along to this corner here. And then now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click here, and then this time I know the angle will be like, for example, 20. So I'm going to do that 20 on this side. And as you can see, we have like in creating like some sort of a angle that I don't know, for some reason for my project I need that type of like a type of response. In addition to that, I can go over here and I can move even one edge, not just the surface. So I'm gonna press the space bar, click outside. Now I'm gonna go over here and then just selecting this one piece. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go over the rotate tool, click on the rotate, and this time I'm gonna use this surface as my, no, not this surface, sorry, this face as my base plane. So I'm gonna press hold shift, so that's gonna be my surface place, and I'm gonna use this endpoint. And now clicking here, that's gonna be my reference for this, and start to moving this up. So you can see that I start creating, like just rotating this piece, and now things gonna get into the right place by moving things along and then creating like a little bit complex geometry than what I have before.